you're better than me. I ended the world twice, and you're just meat and spandex.
The Umbrella Academy will return to Netflix for one final season in 2024. Filming is currently underway, and we'll keep you updated on everything you need to know about The Umbrella Academy's fourth and final season, including cast news, production updates, trailers, and the Netflix release date. The Umbrella Academy is a Netflix original superhero comedy drama series created by Steve Blackman, developed by Jeremy Slater, and based on Gerard Way and Gabriel Baz comics of the same name. The first season premiered in February 2019, with the most recent season following in June 2022. It's become one of Netflix's best superhero shows, as well as one of the best Netflix original shows of all time. Is The Umbrella Academy getting a fourth season? Netflix confirmed the renewal of The Umbrella Academy on Twitter a little later than expected. Given that this would be the show's final season, the renewal was bittersweet. In response to the renewal, showrunner Steve Blackman stated, "I'm thrilled that The Umbrella Academy's devoted fans will be able to witness the fitting conclusion of the Hargreaves siblings' journey that we began 5 years ago. But before we get there, we have an incredible story in store for Season 4 that will keep fans on the edge of their seats until the very end." Rumors began to circulate in December 2022 that the final season would have fewer episodes than previous seasons. Steve Blackman confirmed on Twitter on December 14th that there would be 6 episodes, adding that they would be amazing. Here is a list of the episode writers, directors, and titles that we have so far. Steve Blackman and Jesse McEwen wrote Episode 401, The Unbearable Tragedy of Getting What You Want. Episodes 402, 403, 404, and 405 to be determined. Steve Blackman wrote Episode 406, The End of the Beginning. Season 4 episodes will be directed by Jeremy Webb and Paco Cabezas, respectively. Netflix has offered us direct viewing hours via the global top 10 sites. Every week, they publish 40 figures based on viewing hours for the most popular shows and movies. We should also note that some of the earlier seasons have also seen a bump in viewership with the release of Season 3 of The Umbrella Academy. The show's Season 1 and 2 have featured in the hourly top 10s. Season 2 received 34.53 million hours of viewing between June 26th and July 10th. Season 1 saw the greatest increase in viewership, with 78.25 million hours watched between June 19th and July 10th. We don't know how many of these viewing hours are from new viewers versus repeat viewers for the first 2 seasons. In any case, the fact that viewership has spread back to the early seasons is always a good sign. So what can we expect from Season 4 of The Umbrella Academy? The best and worst father in the world. Sir Reginald Hargreaves is without a doubt one of the worst fathers in known history. Reginald's only motivation for adopting the children of the Umbrella Academy and Sparrow Academy was to remake the universe in his image and be reunited with his deceased wife, Abigail. We can expect a civil visit from the Hargreaves family once his children realize he's alive. We don't know what Reginald's universe reset means for his children, but in typical Reginald fashion, we expect them to be screwed over again. A life devoid of abilities. The Umbrella and Sparrow Academy pose a significantly reduced threat to Reginald now that their powers have been removed. Life will be drastically different for the Hargreaves family, who will now be vulnerable due to the loss of their powers. This means Claus will no longer be playing bus ball. This also begs the question, did Reginald adopt the Hargreaves children in this world? Whether or not he did, this could indicate that all of their mothers are still alive. After finally bonding with Reginald, it was all for naught. So while Claus will still feel the pain of betrayal if he realizes his mother could still be alive, he'll head to Pennsylvania right away. If some of the Hargreaves, such as Allison, have a better life without their powers, convincing them to return to their former lives may be difficult. In an interview with Netflix, Blackman stated on the subject, "The siblings losing their powers will not be the only anomaly in this timeline. Some new enemies want to see them extinct, but how do they survive without their powers? Is it even possible to get them back? The stakes have never been greater." Aidan Gallagher has hinted that the show's characters may resemble their comic book counterparts. In an interview, we may see a more comic book version of 5 in Season 4. Time skip? Aidan Gallagher, the actor for 5, is 18 years old and will turn 19 in September. He'll be almost 21 years old by the time the 4th season of The Umbrella Academy is set to premiere on Netflix. While Gallagher plays a convincing 15-year-old, it won't be long before he outgrows his appearance. A simple time jump would allow the actor's real-life development to be incorporated into the story of Five looking older than a 15-year-old. We'd get to see how drastically different the Hargreaves' lives have changed as a result of the time jump. If Luther can find Sloane, the newlyweds may be able to enjoy a few years of marital bliss, and Ben, clearly upset by the loss of his powers, may begin his plan to bring down the Hargreaves. Five, the oldest 15-year-old in history, meets his younger but older-bodied self in Season 2. A fractured family. All of the Hargreaves have been through their trials, tribulations, and trauma, and despite their dysfunction, they have remained a family. However, in a brand new universe devoid of powers, the decision to move on with their lives may strain the relationships of the family members who want their powers restored. Allison's betrayal will sting even more, and while she is united with Claire and Ray, she may try to mend the rift with her siblings. When asked if Allison is in a different timeline, showrunner Steve Blackman responded, "Allison is not in a different timeline. She is in the same timeline as everyone else. Ray and Claire do exist in this timeline right now. That was a dark bargain she struck with Hargreaves to assist Hargreaves in reuniting the family. This is what she got." In the post-credits scene, we also see Ben from Season 3. But is this a new Ben? Blackman said, "It's not another timeline, Ben. It's the Ben from Season 3. But how that works and why we're seeing him will be revealed in Season 4. When will The Umbrella Academy Season 4 begin filming? According to multiple production sources seen by What's on Netflix, the 4th and final season of The Umbrella Academy will begin production in February 2023. According to updated production schedules, the show will begin filming for Season 4 on February 6, 2023, and will conclude on May 19, 2023. According to one source, the show's budget will be between $7 million and $10 million per episode. On February 1, 2023, Steve Blackman confirmed that filming had begun, and Netflix announced that production had begun. When will Season 4 of The Umbrella Academy be available on Netflix? Looking back at the 3rd season's production schedule, we can see that production prep didn't begin until October 2020, and filming began several months later, in February 2021. Filming was completed on August 28, 2021. Given that it was shot during the height of the pandemic, that may not be the best comparison. Seasons 1 and 2 of the show took around 5 to 6 months to develop, followed by another 6 to 8 months of post-production and localization before being released on Netflix. According to Steve Blackman, the showrunner of The Umbrella Academy, it takes up to 18 months to produce each season of The Umbrella Academy before it is released on Netflix, so this makes sense. In this case, we believe Season 4 of The Umbrella Academy will be released in spring 2024. Netflix confirmed on February 27th that Nick Offerman, Megan Mullally, and David Cross had joined the Season 4 cast. Cross's casting confirms a new character, Cy Grossman. It's unclear whether the deceased members of the Sparrow Academy will return because Sir Reginald has changed so much of the universe. Additional casting news will be announced at a later date, according to Netflix. The showrunner of The Umbrella Academy is working on several other projects at Netflix. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.